Welcome back to what Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a VK3002M. It's a tier 6 German well, it's not a premium medium, it's a medium, and it's located on the south spawn of Steps under the command of SlyMeerkat. And of course he was in FILO back then. Okay, game started. Well, both versions of the 3002M have a 75 millimeter 7.5 centimeter gun. 75 centimeter gun would be pretty impressive on a tank, I must admit. And it's actually quite a heavy tank. It's actually 30 tons in weight and quite big. In fact, it's more in common with size than a heavy tank at the early start of the war. Well, the VK3002M was designed in response to the German Wehrmacht's encounters with the T-34 and the KV-1. They tried to design a tank with sloped armour. Oh, that Type 64 made a big mistake. And he's out the game. Oh dear. Well, it happens. You can see how the armour actually blocked that shot from the Type 64. I think the round just bounced off the front of the vehicle because it was sloped armour. And really this tank is very, very good when it's hull down, but the armour actually isn't that impressive. In fact, actually it's fairly weak. The turret is very good. It's actually a design that was actually made by Rheinmetall Borsig to carry the 75 millimeter round gun, which was also very, very good. And they put this together in 1942, and initially there was two companies who actually put forward proposals for this tank. One of them was Daimler-Benz, and there's one was called the VK3001D, and actually a small turret, a bit like the T-34. But the MAN version, the Maschinenfabrik Augsburg-Nuremberg Company, AG, they actually put together this design, which has a lot of similarity with some of the components of other German tanks. It's got the interleaving wheels, which you find on the Tiger, and that gives added protection to the crew in the hull because they act as extra armour in a sense. And he's got his first kill, KV-1. And well, the turret was already designed, so the Daimler version of this tank would have actually required a new turret, and of course they were unwilling to wait even longer for a new turret to come out, so they decided to go with what they had, and that's why the MAN design actually won. Well, that is a Sherman Jumbo, and yeah, they're difficult to penetrate from the front. You want to hit the sides of those ones if you can, and he's giving us his side at the moment, which is a bit silly. Stug, we're in a nice hull down position here, and if you angle the hull just slightly, you actually do get a decent amount of blocking. Oh, and yes, he's got the kill on the Stug, so that's 3 kills he's got now. Okay, there's that Sherman Jumbo. Don't want to tempt him. I think he's going to go for that M4 though. Oh, now, this is what actually did happen during the invasion of Normandy. The Panthers would come across an M4 and they would generally tear them to shreds because the Panther was a much better tank. But of course there was more Shermans than there were, or more M4s than there were Panthers. And of course eventually it told on the Panther. Well, he's getting shells through the front of that Sherman Jumbo, which is amazing. He is using the APCR though, and you get 135 Alpha. He's got the top gun. 194mm penetration with the APCR, only 150 with the standard. I can tell it's the top gun because the stock gun only has 110 penetration. So if he's got 135, he's definitely got the top gun. Well, we just lost the T-52, who went way too deep. And we had a bit of a problem with the VK3001P as well. He put a round into us for 197. Oh, there's the Sherman Jumbo again. And And 2 rounds into him. But they are the APCR. Now he's trying to get through that VCAT and he's going to have difficulty. That basically was going to be the Tiger prototype, so to speak. And he takes out the VK. It was basically a design which Porsche were actually going to eventually turn into the Tiger. But yes, the VK3002M, much better than the VK3001D. Now, there's only 5 enemies left. T67, 4 enemies left now. One of them's an Arty. He's a Fifi at the back of the map. The other 2 tanks, well, oh, they just lost another one. The OI over on the other side of the battlefield. The T-34 is ahead of us, so he's going to find out where that Fifi is. And I think Sly's going to then finish them off. There he is. Has he got a shot? Just the top of the turret. Oh! Well, he did cause some damage to him, but he didn't get the kill. It's got decent turn of speed, but it is, remember, it's as heavy as the heavy tanks used to be at the start of the war. 30-ton tank, but a decent turret, decent gun. As long as you hold down, you're okay. And there goes the OI experimental, which means there's only 1 enemy left, and it's a VK3601H, so the 36-ton tank. Further off down here. There he is. 1 shot should be enough. Just needs to get in position, and thank you very much. And in fact, it was the Jackson who got the kill with a 90mm round. Oh! Now that is uncalled for, and I think that that is going to cost you, because he just took out his T-34 ally, and I think that means that he may actually end up getting losing something for that. Well, there's the ace tank he managed to get in the VK3002M. But the other awards he got was a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5, and he also got a 5 for effect. And we can see in the team list that, yes, it's showing 5 tanks, but one of them was one of his own teammates, the T-34 of Ferenc 80. Now, I suspect he would have lost the high caliber because of that, because if you kill your own teammate, yes, he did lose the high caliber. He shot his own teammate, and in doing so, lost out of a high caliber medal. 2,118 hit points of damage for SlyMeerkat. The next high scorer was the VK3601H, got 1,842, and the next high score after that was the BDRG1B with 1,075, both of those on the enemy team. So, if he hadn't shot his own teammate in that one, he would have had a high caliber as well. What a pity. But it still holds true to today. So don't shoot your teammates. Even if there's no team damage, you will lose your high caliber, or lose the chance of earning a high caliber if you do enough damage. When it came to kills, he did get the highest amount. 4 kills. 3 kills goes to the M36 Jackson and 3 to the 3601H. And when it came to base XP, he got 1,130. 569, actually, it is 569 to the Jackson was the next highest, and 562 to the 3601H on the enemy team. He fired 28 rounds, got 25 direct hits and 20 penetrations, damage of 2,118 hit points, of which 292 were at more than 300 meters. He received 8 hits, 4 were penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. Yeah, most of the shots that bounced off him were when he was held down, or that lucky shot from the Type 64 that hit the wrong place and bounced off. The shots that actually penetrated, well, 2 of them came from that 3001P, which is obviously a very good tank with a very good gun, decent gun. And as I said, the armor on the hull is not that good, so you have to be aware of that if you're fighting one of these tanks, because you better be in a hull down position, otherwise you're going to take some damage and you need to angle. 585 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He did kill one of his own teammates, and he did 113 hit points of damage to that teammate. He spotted one enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 394 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 38,156 credits, but he was fined 999 credits for taking out his own teammate. So his total came down to 37,157, and after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he actually only made 1,018 credits profit. If he'd actually been on a free-to-play account, he would have made a loss from that game. 1,695 XP, -3 for the damage to his allies, ×2 for the first victory, took away 3,384 altogether. So I think the lesson there is, as it was true back then as it is now, do not shoot your own teammates. If you do, you're going to miss out on a medal, and a medal that you might have liked. I mean, obviously, he didn't get the top gun. He only got 4 kills in total, but he went and killed one of his own teammates, and as a result, he missed out on another medal. So there you go. Don't shoot your teammates, even if you can help it. I know they are actually thinking about bringing back a mechanic, which actually means that even Arty are going to have to take care not to damage their own teammates in the future. So do think about withholding or not shooting that last round when you can see an enemy tank there. So long as your teammates are all around him and they're about to kill him, don't shoot your round in and stun all of them and kill the last guy to kill steal, unless of course you're after a medal, because of course it might have a dramatic effect upon you in the end. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We've got a couple more SlyMeerkat replays coming up, so stay tuned to our channel, and thanks for watching.